In trading, which, as we know, is an uncertainty risk based endeavor, real or imagined, might that trading environment might trigger a shame response. One may, for example, attack oneself as being inferior in competitive endeavors such as trading, or even believe that others will become aware of some concealed flaw. How often, as a trader, have you struggled to explain that to people who don't trade? Shame will be felt when we anticipate being viewed as lacking or inadequate in our intellect, our appearance, or our abilities and competencies. Now, for example, I'll talk for a moment about shame in one part of life and how it affects trading. In the past, I had a woman, a client, who had gained weight. This came about as part of our discovery and had difficulty leaving her house because she wanted to avoid the shame that was triggered by being in public. Now, because she had devalued herself and her expectation was that others would judge her harshly, these feelings of shame clouded her ability to execute her proven trading system, despite the knowledge that it actually worked. And as it became apparent to her and we worked on fixing, it's because the act of trading triggered those past emotions, that past emotional condition into the trading environment and continually corrupted her decision making. So, incredible as this sounds, it's not uncommon in traders I work with. Now, also, attacking others often serves to disown what the shameful person feels. And this is really interesting in trading because, in order to escape shame's self diminishing effects, expressing contempt towards another person or shaming them relocates one shame in the other. Now, however, in trading, there is no other, so the shame tends to get unconsciously turned inwards. A man who anticipated being judged as inadequate, for example, would manipulate his own self esteem by denigrating himself. How do we know this? Well, we all have our own inner critic. You know, that voice that's always chattering away to you, that inner voice that constantly chatters away. Now, when shame is involved, this inner voice can get very loud and very damaging. So, when one becomes weak or self conscious and needing of approval, it becomes very tempting to blame any failure on the source of the shame. Now, relocating one's own shame in another person, as I mentioned, that's a typical self protective maneuver amongst naive traders.